Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rum and Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink and we know things.
It is Tuesday, July 9th, and man, we're still eating good. A lot of great TV going on right now. We're going to talk about as much as we can, but mainly we're going to focus on two of our really, really great shows, House of the Dragon and The Boys. So larger discussions on those, but we're going to have smaller discussions and do our normal segments here on just what's been happening in our respective spaces. And so, Joe, Horror Corner, hit it.
Horror Corner is going to be kind of short and sweet, but we got Maxine out in theaters with polarizing reviews.
Ooh.
It's either the best movie of the trilogy or the absolute worst. So I have not yet gotten a chance to see it, so I will weigh in later. But yeah, go see Maxine. Check it out. Also, A Quiet Place Day 1 has raving reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That does look good. Yeah.
So
I really should see that in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adult Swim is making a cartoon of Junji Ito's Uzumaki series, which should be fucking twisted and awesome. If anybody was going to do this, Adult Swim probably will do it right.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
That. A couple trailers we had drop. Nosferatu, which
yes.
Yes. God, I can't wait for this fucking movie. Jesus.
Yep.
The casting is insane, too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Robert Eggers and Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And Willem Dafoe, Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
I just rewatched Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh yeah.
So Sony has their own streaming service that comes pre-installed if you have one of their fancy TVs or whatever, and they give you X number of credits to spend on that service. I have not found a way to get other credits. Apparently, it's just like this is what you have.
What you get.
And, otherwise you have to buy the movies, right?
Yeah.
But one of the movies I grabbed was Bram Stoker's Dracula because they have a 4K remaster that is fucking spectacular. Like the lighting is still as creepy as you remember, but you can actually see what's happening in the parts you're supposed to see.
Yeah.
And the sound mix, holy shit. So it has an Atmos sound mix, right? So Atmos gives you the verticality in the mix. And some of those scenes, like when the brides are crawling on the ceiling and like the scenes when he's running through the forest as the wolf form or whatever. Oh my God. Annie and I were just freaking out how good it looked. I mean, obviously it's timeless and it holds up so well. But just see it if you can. The 4K master is amazing. And sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to steal your horror corner moment, but God.
No worries. I was going to say,
or Bam.
Does it explain why Keanu Reeves falls sideways off a building?
No, but he did cross oceans of time to find.
Yep. And another trailer is Heretic with or Heretic.
Yes.
Heretic. Yeah.
Heretic.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm here for Hugh Grant as a creepy weirdo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hugh Grant is the creepy we didn't know we needed.
I know, right?
Go right from Notting Hill into this, and then it's in the same universe. That's canon.
All right. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Would you make some candy, little girl? Come in.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses, right? That are trying to convert him.
Yeah. But even just the slick reveal of the blueberry pie candle,
oh my gosh,
in the trailer, I just thought was really, really good to really turn. I mean, obviously you're waiting for it in the trailer anyway, but I love the reveal of that in the trailer. I thought that was done really well.
Yeah, and the eyes just getting wide when they realize there's not an actual pie being made. Sephora fooled them again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but that's the horror corner.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And let's move on to the Marvel Minute.
Okay. Not a lot going on in the MCU other than all of the Deadpool splashed everywhere. There's been
Right.
5 trailers in the last 2 weeks, I think, maybe something like that. A bunch of teasers. Joe, did you watch the Wolverine on the couch teaser that I sent?
Yeah, I
Like
did.
a minute
Yeah.
long where they're zooming on his ass. So there's a lot of that going on. A lot of quotes. Ryan Reynolds says it's the best movie he's ever made. Pre-sale projections have this thing making $165 million in the opening weekend.
Nice.
Like it's going to be a gigantic movie. I think we all knew that just based on how the other Deadpool movies have done. And it comes at a time when the MCU is in a huge lull. So it's going to do even better because of that. And people really just want some fucking Merc with the mouth relaxation time, I think. And to see Hugh Jackman come back after that send off in Logan, everyone who cares a little bit is pretty hyped, I think. Those of us that care too much are extremely hyped. A stack of quarters going on right now. May have said too much. So super excited for that. Annie and I are going to see it opening weekend. My daughter has basically disowned me because she's going to be with her mom that weekend. It's her mom's birthday on the release date. So it's like, sorry, kid, we're going to go see it. But it's also R-rated, so I should probably scope it first because I've had to cleverly edit, or not so cleverly, I guess, edit out the inappropriate scenes from the first 2 because we've watched them together. So,
sure.
Anyway, so really excited for that, and a couple weeks, good to go. Nice. Let's see what else. So we just got a Agatha All Along official trailer drop yesterday, day before yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. Yeah.
And it looks really fucking good.
It does.
Talk about casting. Holy shit. That is going to be a stacked cast. Like, forget the fact that Catherine Hahn is a juggernaut in her own right. Her coven that she puts together. She's going to put together a buddy team coven to get her powers back. But I love the opening where it's like True Detective. You know, she's stuck in Scarlet Witch's spell still, and like, hey, there's a dead body. What's the cause of death? Blunt force trauma. Oh, you mean a building fell on her head? A mountain killed her. Really excited for that. The casting again looks fantastic, and I'm already watching some breakdowns of the trailer. Did you guys see that one at all?
Mm-hmm.
We did see the trailer. I didn't watch any of the breakdowns yet. And I'm sure they'll explain it, obviously. But if Scarlet Witch has passed on, does the spell stay?
Well, it depends on the magic, I guess.
I'm sure they'll explain it. That's the only thing that I'm curious about. It's like, I'm wondering if, and this is just me being me, I wonder if too much time has passed for this to be relevant. I don't think so, just because of how they kind of been stringing it along. But I get where you're coming from, though. It's like, do we really need a Boba Fett movie or show? Right.
Surprisingly, I actually got excited when I saw it. I was like,
this looks very excited. I think they're going to do like an Anakin Vader situation too, because like the toe tag thing feeling itself out with Wanda Maximoff, I think was brilliant. And they're going to do their whole, like, this is going to be their first official like horror foray. But I think it's going to be an Anakin Vader situation where Scarlet Witch is still alive. Wanda Maximoff is dead, kind of thing.
Sure. Okay.
But that's just a, high level BS thing. I did love how she's trying to break out of the spell and she's going through all the different characters that she played across WandaVision, and then ends up with look like the Ring Girl puts her hand up, but it's her in black and white from the 50s version or whatever. I'm really excited for this. If it delivers like the trailer did, Jesus. Let's go. But Horror Corner fuel, Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what else we got here. We got some more Ghost Rider casting rumors that Ryan Gosling might be in the running to get cast as the Wheels of Steel, but I don't think that's really going to happen. I do the Norman Reedus thing is good. Keanu Reeves thing is good. I don't know. I think Norman Reedus is still kind of like my number one. And the fact that they're rebooting Boondock Saints, Netflix is bringing them back from Boondock Saints. I think that's a great tie-in to get his cred up a little bit more for anybody who doesn't watch The Walking Dead, to put him into the MCU. So I don't know. It'd be cool to see Keanu in there, but I think they'll probably go a little more cosmic with somebody as big as Keanu.
I agree with you. I think it's a no brainer for Reedus to play that role. He'd be so perfect in it. I think.
Yeah.
So.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Nicolas Cage's live action Spider-Man Noir has been confirmed and 8 episodes long. Nick Cage went public about it and is completely hyped, apparently, like as only Nick Cage can be.
Yeah.
So that should be fun when that finally.
And they
shows
just
up.
cast, or they announced that Brendan Gleeson was going to be one of the bad guys, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and I love that casting too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Both Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 reportedly set to start filming next year. So we were going to get a whole Infinity War situation, I think, with the 1-2 punch, as far as the movies being delivered either in the same year or exactly a year apart, which is good. I'm not really sure what they're going to do, considering the whole Kang line is toast, but I'm actually kind of glad because the multiverse thing, outside of Loki, the multiverse thing didn't really work for me. Or at least they didn't do a good job with it, in my opinion. Let's see. What if season 3 is going to be the completion of a trilogy? At least that's the rumor. So they're not going to go any further with that, but I doubt it. It depends on how well it does. The what if shows are always great. Marvel Zombies is again official again because it was canceled, I think, for a hot minute there. But again, official. Let's see. Banners for the Fantastic Four have been spotted in San Diego. So there's a rumor that there's going to be an official reveal at Comic-Con. And it's really just like silhouettes of the characters. But they're up in San Diego now. So the big rumor is that we're going to get our first reveal at Comic-Con, which would be awesome. Letitia Wright as Black Panther is getting some traction as well. Obviously, she's going to come back after the last movie, but she's already kind of hinting that there's a lot going on. It's going to start filming soon. So I'm wondering if her comments are more related to the Avengers movies that are coming up, which I think is probably more accurate because we haven't heard any other info about Black Panther, except that they're recasting T'Challa. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to actually do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they obviously they can bill it as a multiverse, and you can get away with it that way. But
yeah, I know. I just don't like it. It's like recasting Iron Man.
Right.
You know, I mean, I guess it's not anything like recasting Iron Man because he died in the movies and or Black Panther.
But again, you pull Tom Cruise in as the multiverse version of it. People are going to be okay. It's got to be an actor on the level. That's the thing, and that's where I think that Marvel is walking sort of a slippery slope there with. Right. But again, right now, as you said, sort of Marvel has sort of put all of their rocks in the Deadpool basket to hope for any sort of reinvigoration and any sort of excitement around stuff coming out. And if they can bank on that, they do need to make some sort of splashes. And if they can get a solid actor to come in and take over T'Challa, I think that would be not a terrible move.
Yeah, man, that's rough. I like the Iron Man. I think would be an easier sell.
Agreed.
And fuck Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Give me like Oliphant or somebody else. Somebody who's a wisecracker. Fucking Nick Cage could be Iron Man if he wanted to. I don't know. Would you guys cast anybody else as Iron Man other than Robert Downey Jr.? He's like perfect. Sam Rockwell. Alternate universe, Sam Rockwell is Iron Man.
Right, yeah, if he wasn't already an Iron Man villain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Alternate universe, he's the Iron Man, and
sure,
RDJ is fucking Hammer.
I mean,
John Hamm? Come on now.
No, that's solid. Like, I hate to say it that he was Batman, but Christian Bale would be a pretty great.
Yeah, he would. That's billionaire playboy philanthropist,
right? Yeah, I think that's the only reason my head went there is
that
because
would actually
we've
be
seen it.
Great, and do it intentionally. Like,
exactly.
And we've seen it
right?
in Batman and American Psycho.
Yeah,
well, that's what
right.
I'm saying. And those movies are canon and Marvel, right? We got to have somebody like watching The Dark Knight and go,
Yeah, yeah,
that'd be kind of funny.
yeah.
Right on. Okay. Well, I'll move on here. I don't have a whole lot left. Let's see. They're searching for the director of Spider-Man 4 still, so that'll be the next Toby version. I had one other thing. Crossing over, DCU Direct. Harley Quinn producer Dean Lorey says that season 5 should release in the next few months.
Oh, nice.
Harley Quinn season 5 on Max. I think I'm a season behind, actually. That show is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no, we are too. Yeah, we haven't watched any of season 4 yet, but no, yeah. I'm still glad that show's getting made.
I think that's all I've got for the Marvel Minute. But
okay, if we are talking DC stuff, we did get some images from the Superman movie.
Of the guy putting on his boots.
No, we've got actual set photos of
I saw that too.
Superman full suit, Mr. Terrific. We got
with his giant underoos.
Right, yeah, we got Lois Lane. We got we even got Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern in there.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the underoos version.
Right.
And the memes going around with him putting his boots on casually while Brainiac's destroying the world.
Right.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's James Gunn. I trust him until he fucks it up because he's been
right.
Great, so
yeah. So fingers crossed that this turns out good. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the MCU. Got some trailers to talk about, but we'll catch that next. Until next time.
All right, let's roll into the watch list, and it's girthy, guys. There's a lot here, so I will try to run through it as quick as possible. First and foremost, Paramount Plus, Evil season 4, so good, so great.
Damn it. Keep forgetting to watch this.
Yeah, I know. Again, you can watch the first 2 seasons on Netflix. There's a lot of clamor right now. There's been a lot of news saying that Paramount kind of canceled this on a whim, not necessarily because there are no stories to be told. The showrunner said that no, we have more to tell. So there is a small campaign of Save Evil right now, and hopefully nice. Netflix will pick it up. Let's hope. Let's cross our fingers, because man, the show it's so good. And normally in the last season of a show that's been going on for a while, sometimes you can tell that it's sort of slowing down. You can tell that just the energy isn't there. That's not happening here, man. It's still as strong as ever. And God, I love this show so much. I could go all day on this show. So anyway, yeah.
How far into the season 4 is it?
I want to say we're on I think we just finished episode 6.
Okay.
They shortened the season, so I think they're only 8 episodes this season. Because the lead actress had to leave because her father passed.
Oh.
Yeah, so she had to leave production early to take care of that. So yeah, anyway, but she's leading sort of the online sort of, hey, let's keep this going because we still got it. So anyway, let's move over to AMC Plus. Interview with the Vampire Part 2 has finished up.
Damn it.
So we have completely finished
the
first. I know we've completely finished the first book in terms of story, and without giving anything away, this is its own story. They've edited for new times, obviously, and they've really developed, I think, something wonderful. And they even reference this season the first interview with the vampire that they have in the 80s in San Francisco as part of the story, which again is so good. But then again, the meat of this is all what happens in Paris, all at Théâtre des Vampires. And man, it is, again, it's so good. It's so great. Sam Reed, Lestat, killing it so far. I hope they roll right into Vampire Lestat and just let this dude go. Because man, he is,
let
again,
him eat, as it were.
Right. Yeah. Again, he's so good. This is a role that was just made for him, and they in where the book he's not necessarily here a whole lot. They peppered him in to the story so well this season. So, man, fantastic. If you guys are into it, I know you guys haven't watched it yet, but when you get a chance, when some shows have stopped, Joe, when you get to a point in Critical Role where you don't mind taking a little break.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Talk about Critical Role. Fuck,
yeah.
let's
right. Let's guys watch it, because I'd really love to talk with you, because man, so much happened. The acting's so great in this show. And again, I said this last time, but the girl who picked up Claudia this season, so good and so amazing.
I just actually looked today. It's on AMC for free if you have AMC.
Right. Yeah. So
you don't
they are
have to have the plus extra subscription. It's like the full season's available.
Yeah.
If you have like normal AMC cable.
Yeah. One of the things I do love about Plus is that you get the bonus sort of after episode of the look behind, which is, that little 5-minute sort of recap of, hey, this happened in this episode, and you get the interviews, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, and from the first season that I watched, like, Lestat is dead balls perfect, so I'm excited to see more of him. And
yeah,
I agree with you, even not seeing this season of like,
right.
Please do Vampire Lestat, please.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does seem that that's where they're going. So again, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Let's move over to Netflix right now. A couple movies have released. There was a movie with Jessica Alba called Trigger Warning. That was kind of a like army brat comes home after a mission and it comes into one of those messed up situations at home where you just kind of have to deal with it. And sort of this backwoods thing. It was okay. It wasn't great, but again, if you're looking for a 90-minute sort of like palate cleanser, this isn't a bad movie at all. We also got Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. Did you guys watch this yet?
No, I've been saving it to watch with Annie.
Okay.
I heard it. It's pretty fun though.
It's solid. You know what? It is definitely a callback to the first movie, and they reuse a lot of the soundtrack from the first two movies, which is great. Still. Yeah, and really places it just in that. And great to see just John Ashton, Judge Reinhold, and Eddie Murphy sitting in the car, doing their thing, which is great. But again, it's I think it's a solid 6. It's like I said, it's perfect coming back to this world, and I think Eddie Murphy does a really, really great job.
Solid 6. That's a D. 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Piece of trivia. I don't know if I've said this before. I did Axel F for my 4th grade talent show.
Oh, no way. I did, that's right. Yeah.
On a keyboard that had those little programmable chips in it so they could teach you how to play the song.
Nice.
I was so nervous that I just let the keyboard play. And
yeah.
So, yeah. I didn't win, but I cheated, so I didn't deserve to win.
Yeah. We're still getting through Dark. We're in season 3 now. Holy crap. All I'm going to say.
Shoot.
I will say no more because
you've gone light years past me.
Yeah. I will ruin it if I say one word about anything, but holy crap. So good. We did get a teaser for One Piece coming back. We got them sort of reuniting on the ship. So hopefully we'll get some sort of update as to when season 2 will come out, but it just seems that production just started. So, so yeah, cross our fingers. Cobra Kai season 6 coming on July 18th. Oh, let's go. We also got a trailer for Umbrella Academy, the final season coming out on August 8th, where again, I don't know if did you watch last season Umbrella Academy?
No, I haven't watched any of Umbrella Academy.
Oh, dude. What? All right.
Not a one.
Joe, that show has got your fucking name written all over it. How have you not watched
Seriously, yo.
There's too much to watch.
Yeah, there is too much to watch.
How many hours are you in with fucking Carol? Shut your
face. Shut your mouth. That's your fault. You know that, right?
Hey, it's Sarah's fault. I'm passing it down the line.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I finished finally. So sorry.
Yeah. So not to give too much away, but again, there obviously the story continues from last season, and it looks again fantastic. I can't wait. I love the show. I always forget about it because Netflix drops it all at once. We end up binging it, and then you forget about it for a while. But then when it comes back, you're just so happy that it's back because it's such a great show. So I can't wait. Also, the anime that we've been watching, The Dragon Prince, gets a new season on July 26th.
Yep.
So stoked about that because we are slowly coming to the end of what's out. So thankfully,
nice. There's a lot of that too.
Yeah, and I get
it's
such a great show.
Yeah, I mean the combination between the writing, the animation, and the voice acting is really kind of pitch perfect for that show.
It really
accessible
is.
to kids, but also enjoyable for adults.
Yeah. The characters are very
nails it.
Yeah, characters are very well fleshed out and fun to watch. So let's move over to the bigger conversations here. But first, we'll go over to Disney Plus. And before we talk about the Acolyte, just one really quick mention. And Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Lego animated show that's coming out. But it is basically a Star Wars What If. And
nice.
They
I heard about this. Yeah.
So and they are releasing Lego sets around
Legos.
this.
Yeah,
right.
The Dark
and so
Falcon and everything. Yeah.
There's the Dark Falcon with Darth Jar Jar in there.
Nice.
So the trailer came out. It looks good. But yeah, basically a what if for the Star Wars universe, and it looks fun. It looks great. So let's talk Star Wars. Now I know, Joe, you're not up to date on the Acolyte, but we're going to try to convince you to watch the train wreck that's still sort of happening. Now, Nate, you've watched the episode that dropped today?
Yeah, Addie and I watched from an hour and a half ago, watched the 6 p.m. release. So
okay.
Yeah.
So when we last talked about this, it was still kind of I want to say episode 3 had come out. We recorded on the night that episode 4 came out, if I'm not mistaken. Because tonight's episode 7.
Right. I didn't put the date on the last one. Yeah, that makes sense.
So anyway, the last thing I saw was the miraculous birth. The 2 moms with the kid with the kids.
Oh wow, so that's real early.
Episode 2. Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, 2.
So there's been sort of a weird narrative with this show and how it's been told. And usually, typically, there have been a lot of, that's a story for another time. I will tell you this later, right? And if I kind of wanted to tick how many times we're ready for an explanation, right. But we didn't get an explanation.
Be toast, yeah. Exactly.
Right. And then there is reference to an incident on when they picked up the twins that we got sort of half of the story. And so something happened that has caused Jedi to freak out, clearly. And it's in similar shows where an incident happens and we see people sort of after the fact, we kind of know what that incident is, and we can see how people are reacting to certain events and certain things around it because we know what happened as the viewer, but obviously the people in it don't know, right? So there's just been a lot of I'm going to do this and then they do something else. I'm going to do that, but then I do this. And so we don't know why the characters are doing what they do. And we don't know why they're doing it. And it's been frustrating because there just seems to be so much untold. Now, Nate, without giving too much away, do we learn some of this tonight?
Yeah. So backing up real quick, Joe made it through the first 3 episodes because episode 3 is Destiny. That's when you get to meet the twins, like the backstory of the twins.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. So, episode 4 is pretty pivotal moment.
Yeah, Kelnaka on the planet. They're going. The Jedi are going to.
Right. Yeah. So the end of episode 3, there's the cliffhanger of Kelnaka on the planet, and episode 4, you get to see Kelnaka on the planet and the Jedi going to meet him, and then there's a red saber at the end of that episode, and that's your cliffhanger. That's right. Episode 5, the shit gets real, and it's one of the best lightsaber fights you've ever seen.
Right.
And I think, as you said earlier in our preamble, like, this is one of the best episodes ever until they start talking.
Yeah.
But they end up landing that. Episode 6 is the fallout from that and what happens between the twins. It's actually pretty good in general. And then tonight's episode is what I wish they had done in the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Like, it's literally what happened. It's the other half of what happens.
Okay.
Like, what actually happens with the twins. Like,
okay.
And the whole fallout with the Jedi, and then why things are going sideways and all that. Like,
okay.
I get why you want to do the whole flashback thing, but when it's like the pivotal reasoning for the entire series, you don't wait till episode 6 to set that up. Like, okay, flashback in ep 3 maybe, or 4, but not when there's only 8 episodes in the entire season and you reveal why.
And this is literally episode 7. Like, this is episode. We have one episode after this.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's the narrative's been weird. Again, the motivations are just, they're muddy. The last episode was you have the Parent Trap switch with the twins, right? And so I thought that the interaction between, and it's another thing too is, and I'm nitpicking, and I shouldn't, but I will.
You should. Do it.
Okay. All right.
I'm here for it.
So,
sorry, Joe.
Oh yeah, no worries.
So they named the character Kamir, right? Like, they give him a name, right? But Jamie and I are old. We watch it with subtitles, and this dude is now subtitled as the Stranger, right? You can't name a character and then, just because now he's acting different, call him the Stranger. He's not a stranger. We've literally been with this dude since episode 2.
Right, I know, but that's the name of the helmet guy. Or
the helmet. All right.
The helmet's kind of cool, actually. It's a little very anime.
All right. So again, I love the Legends Cortosis side of this, where dude. Okay, although it shorts out electronics, but then dude's welding it in the.
Right, that's a great fucking point. I didn't even think about that. Well, it's because it's not an electric welder. It's probably gas.
Sure. Right, hook it up to the propane
You
tank,
still need power
and it's all good,
point.
right?
I know. It's Star Wars, okay?
I know, right? There's got to be some otherworldly
explanation
for why his welder works on the helmet.
An arc in space,
Right. And again, I'm not a writer. I obviously it's hard, but I have
we're right with you.
The interaction between the Stranger and Osha was there. I don't think it was done the best way it could have been.
Yeah.
I've unfortunately ingested a lot of analysis on the Acolyte way too much. I should stop. I should stop. But it's just, it's such a hard, it's a hard pill to swallow when you just don't know why characters are doing what they do and acting the way they do. And if you have an idea for how you would tell the story better, but they're not doing it that way, and it's just like, why are they doing it this way? I don't understand it. And then, I'm all for sort of these smaller stories in the Star Wars universe and making it, just enriching the universe more with what's going on. But I don't know. This one's it's been such a hard sell for me anyway. But it's like train wreck worthy now, where I can't turn away.
Nice. Yeah, I think they're suffering a little bit from the MCU of it all, where the quality is not there. It's great that Can't remember the name of the actor from Squid Game. Basically learned English for this role and was tapped for this role. That's great. He can't act, at least not in this universe. The twins, the actress that plays the twins, terrible actor. I'm sorry,
well,
she's not good.
Yeah,
there are moments, but and the writing is not. I mean, the writing's not good. The dialogue is stilted. It like the pacing.
Okay, you
is
guys
off.
are really not selling me on
no,
watching this.
dude.
Yeah, okay. So
Don't waste your time.
I'm setting it up. The pacing is off. All of those problems carry through the entire show.
Yeah.
However, one of the best lightsaber battles you'll ever see.
Yeah.
One of the coolest use of different powers and different things that you've seen so far in Star Wars. There's a fucking lightsaber whip at one point, which is
don't get
amazing.
me started on Vernestra Rowe.
Well, I mean, it's canon. That thing exists in Legends,
no, I get that.
Yeah,
but talk about your bad actresses.
Yeah, I mean, she's also not given a lot to do. She has like a couple lines in a cutaway scene several times, and it's not very good. But yeah, I mean, some of the standout actors, like the stranger guy, amazing. The mother of the twins, both of them are amazing.
Yeah,
but specifically the mother who's in charge is fantastic.
Yeah. Daphne Keane as Jackie was great. And she killed it in the lightsaber battle.
Yeah, she did, and rip.
Yeah.
But what a way to go out, though.
Yeah.
So, Joe, if anything, I would just watch it for the lightsaber battle. And then if you just want to put it to bed and go look at the flowers, then do that. But
no, immediately once you hear a line of dialogue, turn the episode off.
It's not that bad, but it's bad. It's bad. It's not. I mean, especially compared to some of these other series that we've, Ahsoka and The Mandalorian, like those are some of the best things. And Andor, some of the best shows to ever be made or best things ever to be made in Star Wars. It's a really hard road to hoe, and especially with this fandom, you're going to get a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
But it deserves it. It's not, it's not because there's a black woman in it. It's not because there's an Asian lead in it. Like that. There are people raging about that, but fuck them.
Screw them. They don't get
it. But also don't be so reductive to dismiss any argument just because you're an ultra fanboy of the series. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, there is such a thing as bad writing and bad acting,
right?
And
well, yeah. And I've said this before. This is the kind of fan that I am. That when things that I love, I will be critical as fuck about them because I want them to be great. I'm not okay with okay. Right. Especially when it comes to things like Star Wars or Ready Player One. I've grown to like the movie because Addie loves it, and visually it's stunning. But can we please? And fuck, oh god, my heart's gonna break a little more every time. Can I tell you
Spielberg
directing Ready Player One? I was so excited. Sorry, go ahead.
Jamie and I still talk about the rant in Downtown Concord that you gave after that movie.
I almost walked out. I almost walked out.
That rant lives on in our heads.
Good.
Even free.
Yeah, even if we see a bad movie and we're walking out of the theater, you gonna go Nate on it?
Oh, shut up! Really? Getting very angry, Jerry. Anyway, so it's worth it for the lightsaber battles, and then this most recent episode, we get a lot of there's a lot of moments where you're like, Jesus, shut up, just get to the whatever. In the most recent episode, there's a lot of things I complained about early. They pay off, but it's like, fuck, guys. There's one more episode. Could you have done this halfway through the series or at the beginning? Jesus Christ, why save it all for a fucking flashback? Like, motivation is number one in character writing.
Yeah,
to your point. So, anyway, that Nate rant is over for the moment.
Okay. Anyway, I that's all I think that we can say on the Acolyte. It's again in terms of Star Wars, for me at least, it is the train wreck that I just can't turn away from at this point. I need to see how it ends, and I'm sure in a few weeks when we're back, I will bitch about the last two episodes. So for that, let's move on to, and it's so hard to pick where to end on, but I think
on the dragons.
No, and again, that's what I was going to say. I think in terms of epic, of epicness, we will end on the dragon. So for now, we'll move over to Amazon Prime and The Boys. So 3 episodes have dropped since we've last talked, and
God, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Holy crap, man! Like, yeah, well, and it's funny. So I was talking to our good friend and friend of the podcast, and hopefully we'll get her on for The Boys retrospective, Nikki Black, today, of just how, like, man, how this show just shits on Huey so much.
Mm-hmm.
Poor fucking Huey.
Yeah,
I know.
You guys always finish last, man. Come on.
Yeah. So there's a lot to dissect with the last few episodes of The Boys. Man, but first I want to call out Simon Pegg for delivering such a great, like, the range of emotions he goes through when he finally wakes up and he's just good old dad again. And
talk about holy shit.
Yeah, and then the second the V hits, and he starts just phasing through the hospital.
No.
Oh my God.
Man.
I was hoping we were going to get like a legit supervillain out of this.
Yeah.
Like, not just the Homelander Vought bullshit. Like, can you imagine somebody that has his intelligence level hopped up on V and then can do that?
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I was terrified the entire time, because obviously, like, what's happening in front of your face is scary enough. I'm thinking 3 steps ahead, because that's the way my fucking brain works. And like, oh my God, are they going to make him like fucking Syndrome or some shit? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
I was just thinking, like, oh my God, that poor man. Like, can you like just how they played it of like, you know, Huey's little fuddy-duddy old dad, and like he's standing in a pile of viscera, like, what's going on?
Yeah, and fuck you, Mom, for being gone this whole time and then giving him the V and then making this shit happen. Like, this is your fault. But it was nice to see A-Train come through, though.
Yeah.
I didn't think The Boys was going to make me cry, but that the Huey dad thing,
100%,
I mean, for obvious reasons. I was in tears, just like,
yeah. No, Nate, you brought up A-Train. I do love his sort of character arc this season, like the redemption of A-Train in a way.
Yeah, it's forced because Sister Sage is putting him in between a rock and a hard place. Like, he's gonna get killed otherwise.
Right.
So it's not. I actually kind of like it better, because at least there's motivation there. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna be a nice guy because my nephew wants me to see me as a hero. You kind of pick it off, though, that moment where he runs the guy to the hospital and the kid's like, oh, good job, man.
Yeah.
But it is a realistic reason for him to try to. He's not doing it because he wants to. He's doing it because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I almost like that better than just the Disney writing or whatever.
Right.
It's believable for his character through the whole show. Of like, obviously the only thing that would make him turn is saving his own ass.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But we also got the V52 Expo.
Wow.
This was so good. Like, just such a great rip on D23 and all of the great, like, Star Wars and Marvel reveals that they do during these expos. Yep. And
my God, dude, Marvel the entire time. It was great.
Yeah, some of the movies that they announced too, just like again, to rip on DC and like the Tech Night. Hey, it's been a year since my movie came out. It's time for a reboot.
Right.
And we have 12 minutes, a segment of 12 minutes in complete darkness.
Yeah. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Yeah.
Again, just some of the funny movies that they announced. They had the Gen V crossover, so they had a couple of the kids come in from Gen V and their Guardians of Godolkin movie that's coming out, or I think it was a series on Vought Plus, right? That they were getting. The 2 black members and one unidentified, or one I forget how Deep put it, but it was like two black members and one I forget, like unannounced or like undisclosed or something like that.
Undisclosed race or something. Like
something. But the movie Black at it. Oh
my God. Yeah, I liked the product placement based on who's watching,
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was so hilarious.
Yeah, and that apparently
Yeah.
that was a riff because they wanted that in the show. Like Amazon wanted that in the
No.
show.
Oh man.
And so they made fun of it in the show. Like, fuck, how meta is that?
Yeah.
Good God.
Um.
Yeah, the number of people that thought the show was making fun of them and the number of people who the show's actually making fun of is like, it's an interesting Venn diagram. But
Right.
these last 3 episodes, man, if you don't get it by now, fuck,
Yeah.
we're in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then we roll into Murder Sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's a casual murder sheep roll.
Yeah.
Not just
This
the murder sheep. I
honestly
was
kind
scared
of
about the
took
bowl
me out a
or
little
anything
bit.
else.
Really? The Murder Sheep?
Like,
Did
I don't get me wrong, I love the Murder Sheep, but it just kind of like it did kind of take me out a little bit of like,
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why are we watching this? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Stoobs is talking about on her recap on TikTok. Is like this season makes like it feels like it has a destination it's trying to get to, but most of the episodes are filler to get there.
Yeah.
And they're setting up next season is really the whole point of this season, I think.
Yeah.
And I tend to agree. I do like it, and I like it for what it is because it's supposed to be just over the top and shock value, and that's the boys have always been. So you can't really be critical of them for doing that. I could use with some less dong in it, but other than that,
shut up.
I know, Joe. Show's for you. Get off your phone.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe's TikToking.
No.
Are you gonna do the dance?
Yeah.
Stabbing.
Yeah.
No, somebody rang my doorbell, making sure it's not anything important.
Oh, cheers. No worries. I'm just busting your balls.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and so, anyway, the Murder Sheep again served a couple purposes just to see the tumor inside Mr. Rabbit that was happening there, and which is
Billy, right?
Yeah, which is happening in Butcher, and then but then also we get the reveal to the scientist who's been shacking up with the vice president elect who is creating the virus, who can't create the virus for Homelander because it's going to be, well, that gets revealed that it's going to be too big in the next
that's
episode.
Baby daddy though. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so but again, we do get the good JDM scenes, which, Joe, good for you for calling that in the chat.
It wasn't me. I read it on Twitter, but I was right. They were right.
Yeah. I love that reveal at the end of the episode.
The devil on the shoulder.
Yeah. No, I thought that scene was done really well at the end of the last episode, where he's got both hallucinations sort of going strong, and then
shut your fucking whore mouth.
Yeah, they literally turn on each other like,
wait,
and then
see her.
Yeah.
Newsflash, numb nuts.
Right.
You never pulled me out of that.
And then the nice Fight Club, Fight Club reveal of like, he's pouring the whiskey on the table, and all the scenes where it's like, nope, there's nobody there. It's just you.
I love a good oh shit moment, right? And Butcher gives us that great oh shit moment right there. Yeah. And I just thought that was extremely well done. And just like working up to that reveal, I thought was great, because Joe, you mentioned that in our chat before I watched this episode, right? And sure enough, right after you put that in my ear, like, I'm looking for it then, like, and sure enough, nobody's responding to JDM, right?
Yep.
In the show, and we're just like, God damn it. God damn it. She nailed it. Right. And so, I turned to Jamie halfway through, and I didn't share this with her yet, but so I'm just like, so is he real or not? And Jamie's like she, like, her eyes got all big, like, I never thought of that. Like, that never crossed my mind. So, it was really good. That was really good. But let's talk about the gimp in the room.
The web hole in the room.
the web hole.
Oh God, the web hole. I could have gone my entire life without seeing that. I really could have.
Nate, you're muted.
I said I imagine that's what a baby predator's mouth looks like.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh God.
Yeah, just again the rip on the sort of the equal ripping on Marvel and DC in this show is fantastic. But man, Web Weaver.
Yeah, they went hard on Spider-Man.
Oh, went so hard on Spider-Man. I love,
no pun intended there.
Right. Yeah. And then
Huey bore the brunt of that one.
That's a wrong hole. Oh yeah.
Like wrong hole's bad enough, and oh God.
Yeah.
Just
he admits to. Yeah, we haven't talked about the rest of the tech cave yet.
No.
Woo.
Again, and the second that they get to the little secret library room, I'm like, do you want to see the tech cave?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man, like what are we getting into?
Did you catch the name of the book?
No, what was it?
It's the Marquis de Sade.
Yeah, Marquis de
Sade.
Oh
God. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh God. And then when Ashley shows up, I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's why she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
and then she paints his face afterwards.
Oh,
that's
God.
amazing. And then he's ashamed because he finished during it. It's like,
right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
With the tickling. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, did you catch the safe word?
Yes. Oh, so
it's
good.
Your favorite thing is it? Oh my God.
Oh man. Yeah.
So,
we're all over the place now, but that was a scarring.
Do we know who the Gimp is?
No.
Like his name's Ladio. It says, have we seen him before? I can't recall.
Oh, that's a good question. It was his old sidekick. But.
So yeah, I don't know if that will be revealed or to be revealed, or if it was just there. I think Ladio was a person from the graphic novel.
Yeah, he's a sex slave for Tech Knight.
Yeah. So.
Let's see.
So anyway. But anyway, I mean, this season I think has been great, and I'm all in. Yeah.
Really? You're all in? Andy?
I'm all in. All my holes are in, Joe.
What did she say? She's like, I'm going to put it in up to my elbow until you... Like, oh God.
Man.
What the fuck?
Poor you. She said the most awful things to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, Huey's having a week.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, good fucking Lord.
Yeah, and then, just and then... firecracker at the end of the episode.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Real men drink milk loyalty. From the source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For you. You guys saw that thing I put in the chat, right? The image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't realize, so I shared that on Instagram, not remembering that my daughter has Instagram and follows my Instagram page.
Oh.
She doesn't know the context, thank God. But
yeah,
I just told her, I was like, no, it's from a show, it's a joke.
Yeah,
don't go trying to figure it out.
No, please don't.
Oh God,
please
no,
don't.
There's not enough therapy in the world that can undo that. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah. Anything more to say on The Boys?
How many episodes do we have left? I think it's 10.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 10? So that was.
I'm excited to see how. So Daddy's home. He's going to take over. It's going to be like a Venom symbiote situation. It sounds like
maybe. Yeah,
I'm excited to see what happens with that.
Because he's like, I took care of Ezekiel.
Yes, that's right.
That's what he said. Don't worry, Daddy's home. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
So. Because I haven't read the comics, I don't know. I have no frame of reference. Did the actor that played Frenchie have something to do, and they just kind of wrote him out?
Oh, yeah, the jail scene.
Yeah, because that just kind of seems a little odd. And I mean, I get that he's like having some moral issues.
Yeah, maybe it could be a personal issue, thing like they've been doing with a couple of the other shows.
And that he's not seeing any visitors, and
Right.
Kamiko is trying so very hard. Bless her.
It did make sense for the character too, but I think it's possible. Yeah, we don't know.
Or I mean, again, there was sort of so much going on these last 2 episodes, especially with I think other characters that they just needed to sideline them for a bit, So I don't know. So let's move on to HBO and House of the Dragon. And holy shit, guys. Nate, you want a dragon battle. You got your dragon battle, man.
Yeah, finally. It's so fucking good. I mean, heartbreaking. And why do I care more about the dragons than any of the other characters in this fucking show?
100%.
But
Jamie's literally shouting at, I don't want to see dragons die.
Yeah. And I knew what was going to happen too. As soon, like, fly away, bitch. Fly away.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to defeat this thing. What's the fucking point? I get, okay, last ride of the Valkyrie or whatever, but man. But I knew as soon as they didn't show anything and she's going towards a cliff, I'm like, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over.
It's like, God damn it.
So how did they manage to make Aemond my favorite character and then my least favorite character in like 4 episodes?
Yeah.
I was so like, oh, he's being bullied just for hanging out with his favorite whore. And, he's like mini Damon. I love him.
No,
now I'm like, no, you hurt the dragon. I hate you.
Yeah, no, he was little Voldemort all curled up in the fetal position.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he needs to pay, and hopefully he will. I have the book sitting on my nightstand, and I haven't read it because I don't want to get ahead of the show. It's killing me right
now. But yeah, they showed Damon in one of his fever dreams, showed Damon with the eye patch. So I'm assuming there's going to be a Aemond Dragonoff at some point.
There
right?
has to be, yeah. Dragonoff. Nice.
It's
a Dragonoff.
It's a Dragonoff.
They're dance fighting. That's what we need.
Aemond, he's so hot right now.
Elves are in the computer.
Not anymore.
I do love the absolute misstep of Damon feeling that Harrenhal is a good tactical advantage, and then just ending up in like the worst.
Yeah, the witch gives him a potion. He's sleeping in a bed of slaughtered intelligent trees. Like,
right? Yeah.
It's cursed, bro.
Yeah. You went to the haunted castle.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, she's not a witch. She's a whittler.
And right. Yeah.
And I'm licking my fingers of this thing. Drink it. Like, oh. Okay.
I don't know if you guys watched Glow on Netflix. No. Did you guys watch that one? Oh, and
no.
The girl who played the witch had a really great role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there was one of the lady wrestlers who identified as a wolf person, and she played that person, and she was really, really good.
Like a furry?
In a way, not in the weird way.
Like, I understand what a fucking furry is also, but
right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, great to see her, and I think she's doing really great as the creepy, who the fuck is this, of the castle there. I just love how everybody else in that castle is just like, well, this is how it is, dude. Yeah. Like, this is what's going on. Like,
well, it happened last episode, right? He comes in and he's like, I'm taking this castle. He's like, cool, we're all around this table. There's
right. Yeah.
To fight you, my lord.
Right.
My liege now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope Damon snaps out of it. Looks like he does from the preview next episode. So hopefully. Oh yeah,
I turned that shit off on purpose. I do watch the making of though. Did you guys see that?
No. I haven't seen that yet.
The making of for this episode is almost better than that. I mean, it's not better, but it's fucking good. It's better than some full episodes of TV for sure. Just because the battle is that I like making history, and that forest is the same one from Gladiator. Ridley Scott's
no way.
Scene. Yeah, and they talk about that briefly. It's really cool.
Oh wow,
yeah, they have 500 actors, like live actors, going on at once there, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, this show actually broke all kinds of records for VFX and live, firework and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, watch the making of. It makes the episode so much better.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but before the dragon battle, in the episode prior, we actually get Rhaenyra heading to fucking King's Landing
to
confront Alicent. And we talked earlier. I talked about those great like oh shit moments.
Mm-hmm.
Alicent had the best oh shit face in this. What?
That she started this whole war because she misunderstood what the fuck her dad was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, my dad loved to tell the story about Aegon the Conqueror and like the look on her face. It's
This is why you don't name all your children Aegon.
Exactly.
Come on.
Not
or
again.
Aemon or Aeor or whatever. Come on.
Yeah. Oh man, I wanted for there to be like a da 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 da.
I know.
Like
yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did see a really cool edit where they put like they did a kind of like split take of when they're young and they're sitting there having a conversation versus the old, and it's like shot for shot like the same like positioning, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
I love how she disguised herself as a septa to get there.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the name of the actress from Ted Lasso. She was the one that did the Shane Bell. She's like, that's
Hannah Waddingham. Yeah.
Hannah Waddington. Yeah, thank you. It's like, that's my outfit on Twitter. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I thought that scene was great. I thought it was really good. I know there were some people online that didn't necessarily take to that scene too well, but I thought it was really good. And again, this just goes that great oh shit moment where you realize, and I think I even saw, to your point, Joe, there was a cut where they accept it and they're like, oh, okay. And then it rolls the credits, like the series is over. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. All right. Well, war's off. Yeah, I know that episode, I know a lot didn't happen in the episode prior to the dragon battle, but then now that we got sort of the dragon battle, I think we're just sort of back on pace with this show just being a reason to stay up late on Sunday night.
Yeah, fucking Aegon, Jesus, like way to fuck up a plan.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get drunk and ride a dragon because I'm pissed off.
Don't include me in my plan. I mean, he did have a gripe, like you're the king, but that's your fault that these people are doing this shit behind your back because you're a fucking idiot. You didn't even study the language of your people.
Oh, I love that.
Wartime.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love that he totally skipped the High Valyrian lessons.
So bad. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And then like your mom fucking just shuts you down. Just do nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Tread carefully, or you'll do what?
Right.
Like, oh god.
What am I supposed to do? Do your job. Nothing.
Do what people expect of you.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, oh god damn.
Yeah, I can actually see now why you got shithoused and jumped on a dragon.
Yeah,
exactly. It's too bad the dragon didn't have any fucking wits about it, because he's just like, "What up, bro? Face bump. Like I'm your cat in the sky."
Well, I love Kristen's reaction of just like, "Oh shit, that's not fucking Aemon."
And he tried to cover it too, like, hey, that's your king, guys. Let's get behind him.
Rally behind your king. Come on.
I love when Vhagar is about to like get up out of the camo, and then Aemon tells him to basically settle back down, and he does like the dog. I want to go outside, like breathes heavy. And she's an old girl. Vhagar. She's the mother of all of these dragons, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen like the lineage tree. So Vhagar, so Balerion the Black Dread is the skull we see all the time, right? Biggest dragon ever. Vhagar was his mate and basically sired all of the dragons below them, or at least most of the ones that we've seen so far, with the exception of the ones that Dany gets, because those are from a different line from above them.
Oh, and shoot, did we
don't we see those eggs?
The eggs?
That was last.
But
aren't those or the one before? I forget.
I think the one before where she sends Bela to
with the eggs.
Wherever,
Yeah.
but she sends with the eggs that are the dragons in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. I think she sends 4 eggs though, and only 3 make it
Yeah.
into the Game of
Right.
Thrones series. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was confirmed. I think that those are the actual eggs from the GOT line.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it was just I just like what's the best word for that? I don't even know. It's because it's not anthropomorphization. They're not taking on human qualities. It's taking on the qualities of a dog, or at least that's how I'm reflecting on it. They just did a great job. The VFX team in this episode, holy shit, all the money.
Dude, so
how
good.
much did they spend? The only dragon battles we've had like this in Game of Thrones were like in the dark when they're fighting against the Night King's undead version of the White Dragon. But this is full sky, 3 dragons. Let's go.
Yeah.
And emotion too. Emotion on the dragons. Like, God,
to your point, Nate, like the emotion on the dragons, like when her dragon, when they're flying off into the sunset, you could see the dragon just look like, Mom, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
That's right, Manly's.
Well, and even their little touching moment right before they take off, like we're going into battle one more time.
Again, old girl.
Yeah.
I'm glad I stayed up to watch it. So I almost went to sleep on Sunday night. If I hadn't watched it, it would have been spoiled by that image because it was all over social media the next day. Just that image, like, oh, it's her in the battle again, old girl, and you're like, oh fuck, I know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
Thankfully I watched it.
Yeah, and then another oh shit face from Aegon too when Aemon Dracarys both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was totally on purpose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But no, I love the sort of the look on his face as he sees what's happening, and it's just like, oh man, we got a lot of great oh shit face in the last few days from our great shows.
Sorry, here's the quote from the scene I was talking about. So Aemon tells Vhagar to chill, and the dragon sullenly flumps his head down onto the forest floor, even though it's a girl, and heaves a big sigh like a yellow lab when you stop throwing the tennis ball.
Yeah. Yep.
That was perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm stoked for where this is going. Again, the preview for next week looks just as strong. So man, let's keep this train going with House of the Dragon. It's so good right now.
I say this every time. The tech just keeps getting better. So as long as they don't pull a Game of Thrones late seasons bullshit, I'm here for it. So.
Yeah, you know what? Just stick to the material. Just stick to it. If it runs out, runs out.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm not reading it, because reading the actual Game of Thrones stuff, there's so much they missed, and we beat this and we beat it the horse to death. That was already dead, undeath. And fuck Dave and Dave for ruining that. But I'm just enjoying the ride. I don't want to compare it until after. I'll read the book out when it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So rip to the queen. What was her nickname?
Rhaenys. Oh,
the queen who never was.
Yeah.
The queen who never was, but damn well should have been, and so would have if it hadn't been for the patriarchy.
All right. Yeah. Oh man, so good. What else on House of the Dragon? Anything else?
I mean, the acting's fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Like, we knew Matt Smith could act, but fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, in the battle, the insane battle scenes and all of the charging and everything is just nuts. Go ahead, Joe. What were you saying?
Oh, it's just like the one little blink and you miss it moment of Rhaenys when she's like flirting with the dude that saved her husband.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, you're comely. Like, hey.
Your wife. Well, she's not.
Your mother
flirting.
must have been pretty.
Yeah, she's not flirting with him. She knows that it's his son. I think she's just doing it to get under the father's skin because he's right.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Just I mean, it's really
flirting, Joe. Oh no.
Really, it was just that I know who you are.
No, am I misinterpreting? Like, so that guy is
Alan. Alan is king. Our I'm sorry. What's his nuts? His bastard.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Okay, no, yeah,
that's
I
why
missed
they
that.
call
Okay,
him. That's why his last name is a Tide, because
Yeah.
Never mind then. I'd say I rescind that comment.
Okay.
Well, that's why she talks about afterwards. She's like, you should be lifting him up, not hiding him here. He saved your
Yeah.
life, kind of thing. And he looks just like him. Like when they're next to each other, I feel like they're related. It looks just like the other actor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what she's talking about. Because
Okay, I missed that he was Corley's bastard.
Yeah, there's a line she specifically says, "I know who he is."
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And that's what that means. That he's a bastard.
Okay, that makes that scene make a lot more sense. Thank you.
No worries. I was like, wait, this is not like stepmom got stuck in a washing machine situation here.
Right.
Ugh.
What else, guys? I did love that the guy that Kristen Cole beheads basically says this is where you're gonna, or basically foreshadows his death.
Yeah, you're not worthy of the cloak, or
right?
Yeah, of the white. Yeah,
that's gonna be a fun death to watch. I'm really
Freddie
excited.
Fox did a pretty good job too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm excited to see how he goes out, how Kristen Cole goes out, because he just gets worse and worse.
We skipped over the moon tea that she drank.
Well,
we don't need any more fucking snotty little Kristen Coles running around.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and the whisper guy is like,
and Limpy McGee figured it out. He's like, you must have. It's a better drink. You had too many drinks last night, huh? Seems like you only had the one.
Way to leave your cup sitting right there.
I know, it was such a stupid move too.
Like, come on, man. Be better at hiding shit, Allison.
Top level schemer, but not at the moment.
Yeah, and I didn't know this either, but I guess George R.R. Martin had a fondness for Sesame Street because apparently a lot of
Kermit and Elmo.
A lot of the Tullys are named after Grover. Grover.
There's a Grover,
Elmo,
Oscar,
and Kermit,
and
right?
Elmo.
And Oscar. Yeah. I had no idea, and so Emergency Awesome, Charlie.
Yeah, I watched that one too. Yeah. Awesome. When they said Grover, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I know, right? It's such a weird, it's such a weird Westeros name to name somebody Grover, but no, George R.R. Martin liked Sesame Street. So
yeah, Grover wasn't on my fantasy name bingo generator or whatever. Grover Tully, like, oh no, we're gonna spin that shit again. Jesus Christ!
Yes, middle square. Come on.
Right. Who the fuck names this kid Grover Tully? Jesus.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah, good times. I don't want to see any more dragons die, but obviously they have to.
Right. Yeah.
Makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I was happy the punk got killed, but I'm like, no, not the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead. They probably would have. I don't know.
So
what's with the sword scene at the end? Like he has a sword out, and Christian Cole's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I think that was Aemon. That was going to be Aemon making sure, you know. But he is wearing.
I think it was, but yeah.
Yeah, but he is wearing the super armor, right?
Yeah, the Valyrian steel armor for sure.
The Valyrian steel armor. So
there's no way that you survive a dragon crash, though. Like that. That's how Rhaenys goes out. Although the dragon
between the fire and then plummeting to your doom.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Valyrian steel is going to help you very much.
Right.
So
it's plot armor. It's okay.
Yeah, literal plot armor. Yeah. In the preview, for next week, there is a scene where they're in fucking Viserys' old room, and they say, "Is he alive?"
Oh shit! Okay,
but
I guess he's alive.
But they don't answer it. So,
well, they wouldn't ask the question if that wasn't a thing. God damn it!
Yeah, maybe that's going to be a bed where they just have the kings on a fever dream, and you know,
it was a dream the whole time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He's just in Viserys' old bed on Milk of the Poppy for the rest of the season.
Yeah. And then, so who becomes king then?
It's Aemond, right?
Yeah,
Amon,
I mean,
because
isn't that
they
why he?
That's why he did the fire thing, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
right.
he's after the throne, right?
Well, plus he's the super strategist at the end of the table saying, I'm not going to tell you what the fuck's going on because you're a moron. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, it seems like,
He
and
saw
he
this
was
as
the
an
one.
opportunity to be like, get the fuck out of here. I can
Well,
run this
yeah,
way
and
better than
Aegon was the
you.
one that picked on him when he was a kid incessantly. Like,
Yeah.
here we
I mean,
go,
he's
full retribution, full revenge.
yeah. I mean, he is the prince, and thanks to Blood and Cheese, they murdered the kid. Right? They murdered the
The
male,
son, yeah.
the male. So yeah. So
So it goes
it's
to the brother,
So
yeah,
he's the next,
the
yeah.
oldest brother, right?
So
yeah.
the oldest brother is not him, though. This is where Matt Smith's going to get real pissed off.
Or is this
'Cause
the dude in the bar?
right? Yeah, exactly.
This is the other Targaryen in the bar,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right, Sundays.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's go.
Is it Sunday yet?
It is
Right.
not Sunday yet. We have time. So yeah, guys, what do you think of the Acolyte? What do you think of the boys? What do you think of House of the Dragon? Let us know. You can find us on all the social platforms. You can.
Wait.
What? Oh,
I'm
Nate.
not done yet.
Sorry.
It's all right. I got some stuff to add at the end here.
Speak.
We missed a couple of the trailers that we were going to talk about. So we're
Oh,
talk about
right.
Gladiator 2,
Oh
Electric
yeah.
Boogaloo
Right.
with Morgan Freeman.
Denzel Washington, you mean?
And I mean, sorry, Denzel Washington. Morgan Freeman. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Get busy.
Wow,
living.
Nate.
It would have been better with Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
I'm sorry, I love Denzel, but the New York Roman isn't doing it for me.
King Kong ain't got nothing. Oh, me.
Training Day in Rome.
Exactly. So that was interesting. I already mentioned Boondock Saints 3. We already talked about Nosferatu. But holy fuck, Time Bandits! Did you guys see that trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Woo! It's so fucking good.
Okay,
oh my god, it's so good.
Can I just say something really quick to where the original Time Bandits movie is very near and dear to my heart.
Yep, same. That's why I'm like, oh god, I'm really worried about this. So it's a series on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
That is being made by Taika Waititi. and Jermaine
Clement.
Yeah.
And I am here for that. They're not remaking
for sure.
a movie. It's a TV series. Oh, I'm so stoked for it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh shit, Addie, we're gonna have to watch this now.
But no, yeah, the original Time Bandits is just something that was on all the time in my in my house growing up. So I quote it on the daily, and I mean, it was I mean, the movie was Terry Gilliam. I mean, it's like, you know, like, come on, that it built such a great world that I hope that it comes close. And you know what, if anybody can capture sort of the weirdness of Gilliam, I think Taika and Jermaine can.
100%. Yeah, I didn't have Lisa Kudrow in Time Bandits on my bingo card for 2024 either.
Yeah, but again, in terms of it, if they're sticking to that story, and I could absolutely see if she's playing the character I think she's playing.
Mm.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. She would totally work. You know. Essentially the Shelley Duvall character from the movie. I don't know if that's who she's playing or not. So anyway, I didn't realize the trailer was out, so I'm gonna go watch that right as soon as we hit end recording.
Yeah, I put it in the chat at 2:30.
Oh, dude, you know what happened at 2:30 at work today? Come on, man.
I mean, I was at lunch.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry. I was eating a steak salad.
Right.
So
yeah.
So yeah, before we wrap up, I did just finish campaign 2 of Vox Machina, and
nice.
I'm not Vox Machina, Jesus, the Mighty Nine of Critical Role, campaign 2 of Critical Role, Mighty Nine, and did just want to call out well wishes and keeping you in our thoughts to Sam Riegel, who plays Scanlan in the first campaign, and plays Not the Brave and Veth in the second campaign, that he had been dealing with cancer for a long time. Cancer that was from what was it called? Paraesophageal carcinoma. Basically, they had to take out tonsil, part of his palate, part of his tongue. And it was basically something that could have been completely prevented if he'd had the HPV vaccine.
Wow.
So, yeah, get the vaccine, get tested, hold on to your loved ones. And yeah, the critters are all with you, Sam. And yeah. Joe, did you, as a fellow critter, did you have anything else to add?
No, you nailed it.
All right. There's no chance they'll hear this, but yeah, we love you. And
yeah.
We don't want to lose Scanlan to it would have been ironic to lose Scanlan to mouth stuff, but no.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. So again, guys, what do you think of the Acolyte? What do you think of the boys? What do you think of House of the Dragon? You can find us on all the socials at the Roman Regret Podcast on Facebook, at Roman_Regret on X. Joe, where can they find you?
At Joe Chickadee on the socials,
Joe,
or at
muted.
joechickadee.com.
Nice. Nate, where can they find you?
Sure, Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your gaming platforms of choice.
And you can find me at Crazy Drake on Facebook, Andrew Drake on X. And until the next time, we have spoken.
All right, we all gotta be on point next time. Epic fail.
I was kind of waiting for you on that first one. I'm like, okay, maybe he forgot.
I was looking up Scanlan quotes. God damn it. I completely botched that. Okay, well, then I have to pay off the quote. Vaxildan, do you want to shove it in the hole? Scanlan, you realize that I was born to shove things in holes.
Ain't Vex gonna be mad? I don't give a wet fart what she thinks.